Morning everyone. 12th class accountancy chapter 2 and topic is methods of valuation of goodwill. Methods of valuation of goodwill. Here, so as yesterday we discussed that what are the occasions when are the goodwill is valued. So when does the need of valuation of goodwill arise? So I told you at 6 times goodwill is valued. First, at the time of change in profit sharing ratio, then admission, retirement, death, sale of the business as a going concern, then amalgamation of two partnership firms, then last, when a partnership firm is converted into a company. So these are the times when there is a need of valuation of goodwill. Clear? So whenever we will be doing all these chapters, in every question of all these chapters, you need to evaluate the goodwill. Now the question arises how the evaluation of the goodwill is done. So there are three methods: average profit method, super profit method, and capitalization method, by using which we can evaluate the goodwill. And the answer will be different in all the methods. Now, which method you have to follow? So it will be clearly mentioned in the question that which method is to be followed. In most of the questions, average profit method will be followed, but there may be some questions in which super profit and capitalization method will be followed. So now, one by one, we will be doing all these methods. Clear? So first is the average profit method. As the name implies, average profit means we must be considering the average profits of the previous years in this method. So under this method, two types are there: simple average profit method and weighted average profit method. You all know how to calculate the average and how to calculate the weighted average, because in 11th class in stats you have learned the calculation of simple average and the weighted average. So there is no change in the calculation or the formula, but the only thing is here you will be using the accounting variables. You will be using the accounting variables here. So first we will be doing simple average profit method. You just write down the steps. Yes, write down the steps everyone, how to calculate the profits by using simple average profit method. Write down the formula: simple average profit method. Yes, simple average profit method. Value of goodwill is equal to average profits. This is the formula, into number of years of purchase. Number of years of purchase. So in this formula, you can see that there are two variables. First is the average profit and the second is the number of years of purchase. Clear? Average profit and number of years of purchase. So average profit you have to calculate by using some steps, and number of years of purchase must be given in the question. So now one thing must be coming in your mind, that what is this number of year of purchase? So just write down the meaning of number of years of purchase. It can be the important one marker question. Write down number of years of purchase means the number of years for which Yash Sharma, you are very late. Be on time. Number of years of purchase are the number of years for which the firm or business likely to earn the same amount of profit. Same amount of profit after change of ownership of business. Change of ownership of business. For example, for understanding this definition, we must have to take an example. So I am reading again. It is the number of years for which the firm is likely to earn. Likely to earn means it may earn, it may not earn depending on the situations. But if the situations being the normal as were in the previous years, then the firm will be able to earn the same amount of profit which it was earning in the previous years. Clear? So suppose you want to buy a going concern. Going concern means a business which will be continued after the sale of the business. So the value of that business is, value of a particular business suppose is 5 lakh. Value of business, how the value of business is calculated? Total assets minus liabilities. So that will be the value of business. Always whenever you are going to purchase a business, then the value of business will be total asset minus total liabilities. So suppose it is 5 lakh, but the owner wants to take 2 lakh rupees extra. So this 2 lakh is extra for what? So value of business, he want to take 2 lakh extra. For what he is taking the 2 lakh extra? He may say that I have earned a name of my business, and that name, that brand name is just the result of my hard efforts. But you will be enjoying that name for the next few years. So how can I allow you to enjoy that name? You have to pay me something for enjoying my name. So that something is known as goodwill. So it means he is charging this 2 lakh rupees for goodwill. And he is telling you that at least for 3 years, you will be earning the same amount of profits if the situation remains, condition remains same. So for the next 3 years, you will be getting the profits, the same amount of profit. Suppose in that particular year, the profits of that business was 3 lakh. So he is giving you guarantee types that for the next 3 years, you will be getting the same amount of profit. So this 3 year will be the number of years. So it is just a estimated number. Okay. So if the profits will be coming same or not, it will be definitely depending on the other factors too. If you have compromised with the quality, you are not providing the same services, then you may not get the same profits. Your profits may be higher or lower, but if the same condition prevails, then you will be getting the same amount of profit at least for 3 years. Okay, so this is the number of year of purchase. And this number of year must be given in the question. So after calculating the average profits, you have to just multiply the average profits with the number of years of purchase. You know the amount of goodwill. Now, please write down the steps. What steps need to be followed to calculate the average profits? Write down. Step 1, calculate normal profits. Calculate normal profits. How the normal profits can be calculated? So, in any year, there may be some abnormal profits or losses, due to which the profits of that particular year may increase or decrease. So, abnormal means the reasons which are not the normal course of action. Like in a particular year, there was floods, there was a fire breakout in your business, there was an earthquake, and just because of that, your business suffered a huge loss. So that all three things will be termed as abnormal. So in that particular year, your profits must have been decreased by that losses. So that is the abnormal reason. So in the coming years or in the future, the earthquake, fire breakout may not happen. So you have to make the profits normal. So to make the profits normal, suppose in a particular year, there were profits of rupees 5 lakh net profits. But in that particular year, a big fire broke out in your business and there was a loss by fire. Loss by fire 2 lakh. Clear? Gross profits were 7 lakh and loss by fire 2 lakh and net profit is 5 lakh. Suppose this is the situation and this was the year 2018. So it means this year profits have been decreased by this loss by fire. But this loss by fire is a abnormal cause, abnormal loss. It will not be happening in the future. You will take every step to minimize this loss. So to make this profit normal, what is to be done? All the abnormal losses will be added so that the effect of the abnormality is reduced. Next example, suppose in a particular year, your gross profits were rupees 5 lakh and you received a compensation from insurance company. Compensation from, this is the example of abnormal loss. Here, and in a particular year 2019, there were gross profit of rupees 5 lakh and you received a compensation from insurance company rupees 3 lakh. Okay, the fire broke out in your organization or there was a massive earthquake. Just because of that, you suffered a huge loss, and in the next year, insurance company accepted the claim and paid you rupees 3 lakh for that particular loss. So it means this year the net profits will be 8 lakh. So in 2018, profits were decreased by the abnormal losses. And in 2019, profits are increased with the abnormal profits. Because compensation from insurance claim, you will not be getting every year. So if profits are 8 lakh, so it means these profits are not normal profit. Normal profit means the profits which you will be getting every year from the normal course of action. What is the normal course of action of business? Buying and selling of goods, providing the services if you are in a service industry. So in that case, 8 lakh, in this 8 lakh, this 3 lakh is included. And here in this 5 lakh, this 2 lakh has been subtracted. So to make it normal, you have to reverse. Okay. So to make it normal, you have to reverse. So what will be the formula to calculate the normal profits? Note down. Formula will be add abnormal losses. Abnormal losses. Because they are already subtracted. So to nullify the effect of the abnormal losses, you have to add it back and subtract abnormal gains or profits. Abnormal gains or profits. Why they are subtracted? Because they are already added. And write down the examples of abnormal losses: loss by fire, loss by earthquake, loss by theft, etc. And subtract the abnormal gains. What is the example of abnormal gain? Yes, what is the example of abnormal gain? For example, insurance claim received from the insurance company and profit on sale of fixed assets. Profit on sale of fixed assets. As this fixed asset, selling of fixed asset is not the normal course of action. We are conducting the business to sell the goods, not to sell the fixed assets. So whenever we will be selling the fixed asset, if there is a profit, that will be Soumya. Just turn up your video, otherwise I will remove you. What is your problem, Soumya? So if there is a sale of profit on sale of fixed asset, that will be treated as a normal gain. And if there is a loss on the sale of fixed asset, loss on the sale of fixed asset. It will be treated as abnormal loss. So basically what we have to do, if there is abnormal loss, then it will be added. Why? Because it is already subtracted. If there is any abnormal gain, then it will be subtracted by, because it is already added. It means we have to reverse the effect. Then write down few more items to know about the, yes, just a minute. Now we will be considering the undervaluation and overvaluation of stock by taking the example. Suppose this is our trading account. This is our trading account, and here it is given buy closing stock. I am writing only the few items. Buy closing stock 10,000 and sales 1 lakh. And here it is given two direct expenses 50,000. So you all know, to find out the gross profit, what is done? This side is total 1,10,000 minus 50,000. So that gross profit will be 60,000. So if I want, I can tell you just add this and subtract this, but I am not telling you. The main motive is I just not want that you people are cramming the formula. I'm just making the each and every item of the formula understandable so that you people are able to make your own formula instead of cramming. Okay, so that's why I'm telling you what will be added and why it will be added, what will be subtracted and why it will be subtracted. So this is the trading account. Now suppose your gross profit is 60,000. Now let's take an example. It is given in the question that closing stock is overvalued. Closing stock is overvalued by 2,000. So what does it mean? Means the actual value of the closing stock was rupees 8,000 and here you have written 10,000. So this is known as overvaluation of closing stock. And overvaluation will lead to, could you please answer me? Increase in the gross profit or decrease in the gross profit? Yes, tell me fast. Overvaluation, because all these type of questions can be the part of one marker questions. Yes, I am telling you that you have written here closing stock 10,000 and it is mentioned in the question. It is mentioned in the question that closing stock is overvalued by rupees 2,000. Yes, you all are unmuted. You can try to give me answer. Yes. So please tell me, with this overvaluation of closing stock, what will be the impact on profits? These profits are
increase होंगे.
Ma'am, gains.
Yes, these profits are inflated by 2,000. So it means
minus करना पड़ेगा.
yes. So whatever is there, you have to revert the effect. So it means out of 60,000, 2,000 should not be the part of your profit. Why? Because there was a mistake in the valuation of the closing stock. You have overvalued the closing stock. So what formula now we can make? Overvaluation of closing stock is subtracted. Subtract abnormal gains and overvaluation of closing stock. Clear? Now same is with the undervaluation. Now suppose the closing stock is not overvalued, it is undervalued. Undervalued means you were supposed to write more, but you have written less. So closing stock is undervalued by 2,000. It means you were supposed to write here 12,000, but by mistake you have written here 10,000. So it means your profits are decreased by 2,000. There must be 62,000 instead of 60,000. So in case of undervaluation, what will be done? Addition or subtraction? Yes, what will be done? Addition or subtraction? Yes, tell me fast.
Addition.
Yes.
Addition.
Yes, very good. Add undervaluation of closing stock. Undervaluation of closing stock. And same treatment will be done with the opening stock, but as the side of the opening stock is changed, opening stock comes on this side. So the formula will be also reversed. How it will be reversed? And overvaluation of opening stock. Overvaluation of opening stock will be added, and undervaluation of closing stock will be subtracted. So these are the four terms, and any one of these four may be given in the question. So you must know undervaluation of opening stock. So you must know that it is to be added or subtracted. Clear? Now few more items are there. What are those more items? Suppose it may be given in the question that there was an expense, rupees 5,000. Okay, there was an expense, any expense, suppose there was insurance charges of rupees 5,000 which were overlooked. While calculating profits of 2020. So it will be added or subtracted? Please tell. You were supposed to, expense means you were supposed to subtract, but overlook means till now you have not subtracted. You were supposed to subtract insurance charges 5,000 from the profits of 2020, but till now you have not subtracted. You have not considered it. Yes. So what we will be doing?
मैम माइनस कर देंगे प्रॉफिट में से.
Yes, it will be subtracted. Why? Because an expense was there which was supposed to be subtracted. Let's take one more example. Suppose here you are having gross profit 80,000 and net profit is 60,000. So here you have not subtracted this. If you are going to subtract this, then your net profits must be decreased. So all the expenses which you were supposed to subtract but you have not subtracted will be subtracted in the formula. Okay, it is just like that, the rectification of the error which we have done in 11th class. If we have done something wrong, then it is reverted, and if we were supposed to do something but we have not done that, then it is done in that manner in which we were supposed to do. Clear? So expenses we were supposed to subtract, but till now we have not subtracted it, so they will be subtracted. And overvaluation, undervaluation means wrong things we have done, so we have to revert the effect. So what is the formula now for making of the profits, normal profits? And this all adjustments will be done in the year in which they are supposed to do. Suppose overvaluation was done in 2020, so this will be treated in the year of 2020. Abnormal loss was there in the year of 2018, so this treatment will be done in 2018. Clear? So first step is calculate the normal profits. Normal profits means whatever the profits will be given in the question, that will be adjusted after making all these adjustments. Some items will be added, some will be subtracted, and after making the addition and subtraction, you will be getting the normal profits. Second step, find the average profit. It's very simple. Average profits. And what will be the formula for average profits? Suppose 4-year profits are given. So P1, P2, P3, P4. And here you are supposed to take the normal profits. Means after making the adjustment, then divided by 4. Then you will be having the average profits. Third step, find the value of goodwill. And what will be the value of goodwill? Average profits into number of years of purchase. Number of years of purchase. So this will be your final answer. Value of goodwill. And number of years of purchase will be given in the question. Clear? Now let's do one question regarding this.